We are diving into the finals here. We have Bystial Runick going up against, I believe, Rescue Ace here, which is extremely exciting. We saw in the last game that Rescue Ace absolutely obliterated the Brandon player in this. But seeing the Anthony versus Joshua Smith, who's been playing the Bystial Runick deck for a long time now, we do see the copies of the what's the word I'm looking for, duality here. But we're going to be seeing Rescue Ace going to be going first with a Pot of Prosperity, banishing 6 cards. We do see them look in the hand, thinking about ashing it, but it's going to resolve here. Looking at the top, we see the Rhoda, Veiler, Preventer, Ash, and then another Preventer, as well as a copy of a Trap. Not the greatest here, especially if we do see a on-res Droll, which I believe that Joshua has been playing. We're going to see them go for the copy of Rhoda here, which can get hard punished by the Droll. That's not going to be dropped here. That's unfortunate for them, but very fortunate for the Rescue Ace player. Then we're going to see them search for the Airlifter, which means they're going to be able to search for free here this whole time, going for the copy of Emergency. And then we're going to be seeing a Emergence going to be activated there, which can summon out the Hydrant, which is then going to be able to search for the copy of Turbulence or Preventer, depending on what they need here. Sending the copy of Impulse, so leaving that monster on the field, which is going to be able to be used for SP later on in the turn. And then we're going to be seeing them search for what I believe is a copy of Turbulence there. I wasn't able to see there, unfortunately, with the cutoff of their camera. But are going to be seeing the Turbulence being banished. So already having one in the hand or being able to search it, I'm not too sure. But we will be able to see. Then we're going to be seeing them set 4 cards here. Both traps and the both spells. Rescue, Alert, Extinguish, and Contained. And Joshua has had lots of practice about this deck. He definitely knows the ins and outs of every card. This is the deck, one of the decks to beat here. Then we're going to be seeing the one that lets them search, not being afraid of Ash or the Droll here. We have no idea what they search, most likely an Impulse or a Preventer there. But we could see the, linking both of them away, the Turbulence as well, to go for the copy of IP here. And then we're going to see the Preventer being banishing the Airlifter to summon himself out. And this passing turn on this, because during the follow-up turn, we're going to be able to go IP into the Preventer, or SP into Preventer, or SP with Preventer and IP to summon back out the Airlifter, which can let them get another search here for a spell, which is just absolutely insane for the follow-up here. But we have now drawn for turn. We do see a hand of green, so maybe going for that Runick line right away. We haven't seen them normal summon Quem with the 2 cards in the hand being those 2 spells, which when we do our deck profile on the Bystial Runick deck, ours is a little bit different. We're not playing the duality that Joshua Smith is playing, but to each their own. I really didn't like the duality. I felt that it was kind of like a crossout, which I do explain in my video, but if you guys get that video to 50 likes, I'll be doing a combo video. We're going to see Lubellion be searching for a Magnemite, which is absolutely powerful. Being able to also search for a Bystial or the copy of a Luber, depending on what they need. So most likely already having a tuner in the hand, because I don't think there's any good darks in their graveyard right now. They didn't go for an IP, or they didn't go for the Link Rebo here. So they don't have a dark maybe in grave at all. They have to go for the SP once it links off for IP. Unless they're going to be banishing their own. They are going to be activating the effect of Magnemite on their own copy of Lubellion here. And it's going to activate its effects. They're going to be activating the effect to negate it here, which means it cannot activate for the rest of the turn. And cannot attack, I believe. That is quite unfortunate for us. At least it's going on the traps. We won't be able to get the search during the end phase now. And then we're going to be seeing a copy of potentially the Dispelling here. So trying to choose between what spell they're going to activate to summon from the extra deck. You know, most likely going for a copy of the Hugin, which can then let us search for the field spell here, activating the effects, discarding a Soronier, so that's going to be another copy of Lubellion, hitting the grave. We also get to search for that copy of the Fountain. I'm wondering if Preventer will be able to banish, or to flip face down, I should say. And then we're going to see the Soronier dumping the Lubellion there, which is quite nice for us. We could go Lubellion tag out into the Magnemite there right away. We're going to see Preventer trying to flip face down that copy of Hugin. This will be problematic for Joshua here. You know, having a Runick card in, or having a monster in their extra zone here, which means they won't be able to summon out any other Runick cards from their extra deck, which is quite nice. We have not normal summon though, so there could be a world where we tribute summon over that to summon a monster, but that'd be pretty big braining. We're going to see a tip here to search, not even activating the Fountain here. Maybe not wanting that to be an instant, you know, SP target as soon as they go into it. Going for the Flashing Fire here. Trying to maybe, I wonder what they're going to try to destroy. And we do hit a Wanta. That's a pretty nice hit. We're going to see them activate the Fountain. Will this get the IP to activate here? I mean, it does. I mean, we do add the Flashing Fire here, which lets us kind of play through the IP. And we do see that normal summon Quem. This is crazy. Having those multiple cards, the Runick cards, and Quem. This will be able to dump a copy of Cartesia here. So saving this for one of the last things they end up doing is pretty nice. And they have 2 cards left in hand, and they know one of them is the Flashing Fire. They won't be able to get rid of that that copy of the Hugin, but can they get another copy into the extra deck? Or can they get an extra deck monster to leave? They're going to be tributing off to summon out the Lubellion here. Now we're going to be seeing Anthony going to be activating the trap card to destroy the Lubellion. And we do see the copy of Destruction. Or that's Slumber here. So it's not going to destroy the Lubellion there. I don't know why I keep getting Destruction and Slumber. It's because of the Fist. So they're going to be protecting. It's crazy how they're using these Runick cards to protect their stuff. Like we saw earlier, they protected their SP in the other game with the Slumber. And now protecting the Lubellion there to make sure it's not destroyed by their trap is just crazy. We're going to be chaining a IP to this. And I think at this point we're forced to use a last card in hand, which is the Flashing Fire. But this will also allow us to not have a... This will allow us to not be able to like put back and draw off the regained here. So we're going to see the alert being activated, which is going to be able to summon back out the copy of Preventer, or not Preventer, but of the Turbulence here. And then Turbulence will be able to see that a card got destroyed, so it will be able to send or destroy one of their cards there, which can be a copy of, like we're going to be seeing the Fountain going to be activated here, and then they could activate the effect of Turbulence to destroy the Fountain, making sure that we do not get that draw. They take a second to look at this, like almost as they forgot, which is a nice combo line there by Anthony. But I don't think that we have anything else, to be honest. That Fountain is going to be destroyed here, and we are on 0 cards while our opponent has 3 here. We get to put a Regain onto the field, but they hit it with a Veiler as well. All that just get hit with a Veiler. And I don't think we have any other cards left in hand. I think that Josh was over here, losing game 1 to this. And we see them just pass turn on it, hoping they maybe go for the extra deck play, but I don't think they're going to have to. We're going to see Hydrant going to be activating its effect, searching for a copy of Airlifter. Normal summon with the Airlifter, getting the effect to search. And they ask, like Quem does, yeah, if anything leaves the field, or anything leaves the extra deck, it's going to be able to summon back out the Cartesia. Then we're going to be seeing the HQ being shuffled back, those cards, and then letting us draw. And then we can activate the effect of Turbulence to be able to set. And it is over for us. Setting all 4 Contained, Alert, Rescue, and Extinguished once again here. Essentially going back to turn 0, but you have no cards. Then we're going to see them turn it to attack position. And we're going to see the Fire Attacker attack into the Quem. Then we're going to be seeing Lubellion get attacked over by the Turbulence. Then we're going to attack over the Hugin with Preventer here. You know, dealing only a little bit of damage with the Airlifter. But they do have a lots here. You know, they are on 0 cards. Like, what can they possibly do? We could also go for an SP line if we wanted to as well. Just go like right for SP and not even worry about it. But we are going to go in for SP and just pass. And they're going to be looking at what they have. They do have a Cartesia that can add back to the hand because a fusion monster was sent to the graveyard this turn, which was the copy of Hugin. And simply just pass here and we see a spell. And that's just going to be it. I can't see them continuing any further here. They're going to try by normal summoning with the Cartesia. They ask, like, what does this one do? It lets you fusion summon. They're going to go battle phase, attack into the copy of the Hydrant, and then Preventer is going to be, and we're just going to scoop right to game 2. Moving on into game 2, we will be seeing Joshua Smith obviously going first here. You know, hoping to draw a little bit better than the last time. Being able to actually play the game here and not get absolutely obliterated by Rescue Ace. We're going to be seeing them activate a tip starting off, being able to search for any card that they want of their Runick engine here. I wonder what they're going to go for. Going for a copy of the Fountain here. Banishing one of the Rescue Ace spells. That is huge. Getting one of them out of rotation if they don't see the Rescue HQ. And then we're going to see a Fountain going to be activated as well here that we did search off of the Runick. And then we're going to be seeing activating a Slumber here. Most likely getting to summon out the copy of Hugin. And then we can activate the effect there as well as the Fountain. And discarding a Soronier, which means that we're going to be also dumping a Lubellion and putting back 2 cards from our deck. And we get to chain block as well here. Looks like they're thinking, do they maybe have a Veiler or an Imperm for this Hugin? No, it looks like it's going to be resolved here. So we have to search for another copy of Fountain. And then putting back those 2 and drawing. And then we can choose the effect of Soronier that we're going to be activating here. And this will be dumping the Lubellion most likely here. Unless we have a copy of Regain, which it could be dumping the Beast if we did. If they are obviously playing it. I don't really know their build. Dumping the Magnemite here. So maybe already having a Lubellion in the hand. Or having the Regained already. We do have the Lubellion in the hand. Choosing to dump the the copy of Magnemite rather than searching for it. But we're going to be seeing this exact reason why we play the Bystial Runick here, because this will be a tuner that will be able to summon itself out. This is exactly why we ended up needing to, because we want to go for a level 6 synchro here, but we do not have a tuner in our hand. So we get to go for a Bystial, which lets us normal summon himself out and acts as a tuner, which is quite good. As well as if we have Cartesia in the hand as well, once it hits the graveyard after we synchro summon, we can then get a free special summon out of Cartesia. Then we're going to see them synchro summon away here with that Bystial Runick going into a copy of Coral Dragon here. And then we're going to activate the effect. We're going to be going Fountain over Fountain here, my bad. Then we're going to be summoning out the copy of Gary off of a Dispelling here. And then we get to put back 2 of the Runick cards to draw this Fountain. Put back other copies of Fountain? No, it is quick play spells, okay. I want to say there's no way. And we're going to see them draw 1. And we do see the... Oh, the Gary was trying to add back the copy of Fountain. My bad. And it gets hit with a Veiler here. That is interesting that we chose to hit that and not... I mean, I suppose they wanted to save it for something else. We're going to be going for a Barone, and then Coral Dragon will let us draw a card here, which is very nice. We just drew 5 cards, I believe. The 3 off Fountain, and we activate the Regained here, which when our opponent does summon a monster, we will be able to summon out that Magnemite here. We are going to activate a Bystial to banish the copy of Gary, and then it's going to be putting us back. And then we draw an additional card. That is now a +6 so far off of this, just this turn here with the copy of 2 Fountains, as well as the Coral Dragon and this Regained. And then we can tag out with the Lubellion if we wanted to as well to get the second Regained onto the field, which we are going to be seeing them do. And then we can activate its effects, or we could potentially play the Beast as well here, depending on what we have. But we're going to play Destruction, summoning out a copy of Frecky, and it is not once per turn, so we're going to be adding back the copy of Fountain once again. And then we could go for the copy of SP Little Knight. Do we not play a second Regained, or you just not want to maybe lose it to a copy of Lightning Storm? Like, we knew that there Anthony is on Lightning Storm, that we saw it in another match versus Lab, I believe. They're going to set 1 and pass on this. You know, SP Baron is very nice, as well as, you know, being able to summon back out the Magnemite from the graveyard there whenever they summon a monster, and have the Fountain. You know, we ended up drawing 5-6 cards there, potentially even 7 if I lost count there. I do apologize, but having so much advantage there, adding back the Fountain, already having the Fountain, just an amazing deck. Like, I'm in love with this deck. Are they just going to pass on this? They are just going to pass turn. I mean, they don't have a next battle phase here, so I guess they can take the time to build up a board if they want to. Like, if they don't have enough stuff here, they don't have to be that worried because there is no battle phase. They cannot deal damage. But I don't really know what they're kind of saving up for. Maybe a big push. I mean, they're forcing Joshua not to activate a Runick card here, because if they don't activate a Runick card, they will potentially have a battle phase the next turn. So they just pass turn on that as well. You know, not willing to risk anything. They are going to look in the graveyard. Do we potentially have like a brick hand or something? I don't know what's exactly going on. Does Rescue Ace have like... they have 6 cards in their hand now. All they wasted was a Veiler. They're thinking hard here. I mean, there's lots of... like, you have Barone SP Regained. They're passing once again here. Now they have a battle phase. This is going to be 46 damage if they can't get another Bystial on the field. There's surely another way to get at least something on the field here. There might be a where we go battle phase and then start activating the Bystial's effects. Or start activating the Runick effects here. Standby phase, we're going Barone into a copy of Magnemite. Activating the Magnemite effect. Then we normal summon out a Quem here. This can dump the Cartesia. And we have now access to the extra deck once again. And this is going to be enough for game. There's no way this isn't game. Dumping the Cartesia. We could then, I mean, we have to synchro away, I suppose. That is kind of problematic. They're going to go battle phase here. And they're going to be attacking with the Magnemite as well as the Quem and the copy of SP. Maybe trying to like bluff a Bystial, because if they had a Bystial there, they would have been enough for a game. Then I go for a Baron once again here. And then we're going to be able to add back with Magnemite during the end phase here. Adding back the Druid from there. So using a normal summon on the Quem to but that will be able to summon back out with the copy of Baron. You know, they're down to 24. So they're essentially just going to be losing here. They now have like 8 cards in their hand. They have to activate Diabellstar, sending the Rescue HQ. So not having the best hand already, you know, having that Rescue HQ in the hand is pretty much useless here. We can activate the Regained, or we can activate the effect of SP here. And we do have a copy of Enemy Controller, which can tempt to take the Baron. We're forced to negate this. You know, now down to 4 cards in the hand. We've already used our SP and our Baron now. We also will be able to set the copy of the Origins. We have not normaled, and we have not used the effect of Regained. But we have used our SP as well as the Baron. We're going to see a copy of Emergence. Do we have maybe an Ash Blossom for this? They're thinking hard. Do we maybe, I was saying, maybe we have a Runick card to destroy the back row. But it looks like we're going to be summoning out probably the Hydrant. Or maybe not even Hydrant. Maybe you go for a copy of Airlifter. And then Airlifter can search for, I guess we'll see. We're going to go for the Hydrant there, even though we already have a level 1, or a spell card that can let us. Then we're going to discard the Turbulence from the hand here. Regain's going to activate its effects, trying to summon back the Magnemite. And then we're also going to be flashing fire, destroying the Hydrant here. This is 100% Joshua's game. They're trying to calculate here, and they are down to 2 cards. Or 1 card in the hand, plus the card that's set, which will summon out a Hydrant. And they chain the effect of this spell, attempt to reborn out the copy of Turbulence here. And is that maybe a Call of the Grave? If that's a Call of the Grave, this man's career is over. We're going to be seeing the Turbulence going to be summoning itself out. And then we destroy, banishing the top 2 cards. Summoning out the Magnemite here. Magnemite effect will be able to activate. Do we have a way to stop the Turbulence here is the question. Then we're going to see Turbulence going to attempt to destroy the Runick Fountain here. And do we have something we can chain to it? We're going to be chaining the Magnemite, because the opponent is the turn player here. And Fountain. I guess we get to draw off Fountain first, which is pretty nice. And then they will be able to destroy, or they will destroy the Fountain. And we search with Magnemite during the end phase here. But I want to know what that face down is. If that face down is a destruction or something like that, or the copy of Negate. That'd be crazy. But we're going to see the Turbulence going to be resolved here, setting the Extinguish, the Contained, and the Emergency here. And we saw Rescue and Alert being banished or used already. But this will be an uphill battle for them. You know, they are on 24 life points here. They do not have a battle phase next turn, though, unfortunately for us. You know, we did use a copy of a Runick card. With 12 minutes left into the match. We're going to be seeing a Druid's Room going to activate its effects here. Banishing the copy of Gary once again, which Regain can then put back and then draw an additional card as well here. We also normal summon the Ash Blossom, activating the Origins, tripping off the Ash, getting hit with Ash Blossom as well here, and they scoop it up going to game 3. Moving on into the game 3, like we just saw, the Rescue Ace player get absolutely obliterated. There's a little bit of a skip here, so I do want to, apologize for that. But we're going to be seeing Rescue Ace going to be starting off with an Airlifter here, switching off for most likely a copy of Emergency. Will we see a Droll on Res? We will not. And we're going to see a Wanted going to be activating here, switching for the Diabell Star. They are on 9 minutes left. So we're speeding it through here, discarding another copy of Airlifter, summoning itself out, setting the Origins here. We're going to see the Origins tripping off the Diabell Star, switching or summoning out a copy of our good old friend Hydrant. Hydrant will be able to activate its effects, and we see the Rescue Ace player just speeding through these combos, knowing that our opponent is on Runick cards, and is going to be able to, just not stall necessary for time, but has these time cards to their potential here. So time is quite literally of the essence. We're going to see them go into a Link Karibo here, and then we can go for a copy of the Hydrant if we wanted to. We do have 2 spells, or 2 Rescue Ace monsters in the graveyard. We also have Emergency. It looks like Anthony got a little bit ahead of himself. We're going to see them activate the Emergency here, summoning out the copy of the Turbulence, sending the copy of Airlifter here. Then we're going to see the effect of Turbulence going to activate its effects to put the 4 here. And Joshua Smith is thinking, do we have a well-timed Imperm? There is a world where we do just Imperm this. We do have Nib on the 5th summon. What were they thinking, linking away into Link Karibo here? Anthony getting absolutely punished by this. And then we're also going to be activating the Druid's Room here. Going for the Black Witch. Going for that Druid's Room Nib combo. Destroying the token or sending the token here. So making sure that they just don't have anything on the field for anything else. Then we're going to see Preventer going to be able to banish the copy of most likely the Turbulence there. Going for Airlifter, interestingly enough. Setting 1 card and passing. That could give them the, also the Magnemite here. Oh my gosh. This alone could cost them the game. Like we saw that misplay there. Linking away into the Link Karibo is 100% could cost them the game here. And with, having Magnemite, this card stuck to this guy's hand. Then we're going to see Magnemite during end phase searching for the Lubellion, which can search then for the Baldrake during our opponent's turn, or a copy of the Bystial Runick there if we need that tuner. That's what's so crazy about this card. Well, we have the Quem already. We're going to be normal summoning with the Quem, activating the effect, sending the copy of Cartesia to the graveyard. This game is over in my opinion. We have no cards left in hand. We have a set, and we have a Preventer here. Preventer can summon out Airlifter, which is going to do absolutely nothing when we have so many cards that can do so much. We're going to be synchroing away for a copy of Baron. And then Baron's going to be popping the face down. It is an Imperm. Do we choose to negate this? No, choosing not to negate it. Wanting to hold that spell for that negate for the next turn here. They are quite literally on no cards in grave. All they have left, or they have no cards in hand. All they have left that can be used is a Preventer flip face down. And then we're going to activate a Sorinier on the copy of Quem. I don't know why we're not going Lubellion first. Are we trying to go for maybe... Huh? Going for Lubellion from the hand, not even wanting to search. So this way they can't get flipped with Preventer here. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I mean, I don't think Lubellion has a target at face. It doesn't even target. I think it just sends it face down, to be honest. But we're going to be seeing it activates effects, putting the copy of Regain onto the field here. And then we're going to be seeing them go for a Scarlight off of the Duality. And that's going to be able to burn for life points here. And we're going to be seeing Duality going to be setting the card, or putting back, I should say, the copy of Lubellion, as well as a Sorenir to draw an additional card. It must feel so bad to be Anthony here, you know, only having a Preventer against essentially the world here. We're going to go Battle Phase, attack with the Nib. It's going to be able to summon back out the Airlifter. We'll be able to search here with the Airlifter. I'm searching for a copy of the Reborn. But this is not going to be enough. We're going to be seeing them attack with the Barone and then attack directly with the Scarlight. You know, dealing that big damage here. And going to be simply probably actually going to SP here if we wanted to. We could go for SP with the Nib and the Scarlight, which then gives us a gives us the Nib, or gives us essentially SP and Barone. But at the same time, they are reading the Duality there. You know, the card is pretty crazy. Oh, did they play into the Imperm column? No, Regain is in the Imperm column. Okay. We're going to go for the SP Little Knight here. And that can banish one of their monsters and put it back. We're going to see them banish the Hydrant here. And just set a card and pass. Interesting that we're choosing to banish the Hydrant. And they get to draw for turn here. And we're going to see a normal summon of a Hydrant. It will be able to activate its effects. And we are going to be chaining the copy of Regain, summoning back at the Druid's Worm here. We see Anthony struggling here, you know, trying to play really quickly, almost like fidgeting at most. They are on like almost nothing. I believe they do Baron negate this. We're going to see them getting destroyed, and then we're going to see the effect of Turbulence summoning himself out by banishing 2. Do we have a way to stop this? We're going to be seeing the spell attempting to Reborn out the Turbulence there. We could just chain SP, getting rid of itself and the other Turbulence. But do we have a way to stop this? We're going to see Wanted put back to draw. Then we're going to see the Preventer summoning himself out by banishing. We're going to activate the effect of the Turbulence now, putting the just 1. There's no way. Do they side out? Where's all the emergencies? I to be honest, I don't even know what's going on with this Rescue Ace player. This just does not seem like they want to win this. There's surely more emergencies in the deck. And it looks like time just got called. They are up in life points. And Joshua Smith ends up winning this. They're trying to figure out if they have a way to get to game or get to them to burn 3,000. But I just don't see it. Especially debating with that. Maybe they've been in time for a little bit now, and I'm just not seeing it. But even if they went to attack, battle phase, there was nothing they can do. They are just, unfortunately, just out of luck. They are in time, so they can take their time, quite literally. But they are going, like, there's a link to, and that's it. I guess I could summon back out the copy of Airlifter, but there doesn't really do anything. going for a Hita, and then they can bring back out the Airlifter there. And then we can see Hita bring back the Ash that they used earlier, I suppose. But they're going to link away for the copy of SB Banish the Slumber. But Slumber is going to be activated here, targeting the copy of Barone. And then game is going to be called. Joshua Smith is a YCS winner once again with Bystial Runick.